and if it's proven that we did it without just cause, you can get a settlement. But if we feel we have a reason to turf you, then we can turf you. The problem with this council now, you know, we hear dysfunctional council, dysfunctional council. This council's done a lot of great things, okay? And you won't read them in any Google Media publication or on the radio or TV from Google Media or in the Chronicle Journal. You'll read them in this. But in election year, I agree now, this council is becoming dysfunctional. They're afraid. When anything comes up, they run, with the exception of a couple of councillors. They don't want to get involved in the nitty-gritty. That's why I think basically we've gone back to this single source, because they're afraid of what the media is doing.
Would the judicial inquiry clear up a lot of this shit?
Yes. The judicial inquiry is very important. As a policeman, these two policemen there, if they want to access your bank accounts for whatever reason, they have to have a probable cause. They have to have something that leads them up there, right? Am I correct?
You need a warrant.
You need a warrant. And the warrant has to be justified by something, right? But under the Public Inquiries Act, you don't need that. You can go and access these accounts. You can, because it's not a criminal investigation, it's a judicial inquiry. Once they find something criminal, they would turn it over to the police and shut down that part of the investigation. A judicial inquiry, which is passed, tabled by Councillor Kennedy, admirably so, and it takes a lot of guts to do this stuff, okay? Like, don't think that these councillors, Councillors Roy or myself or Kennedy say, hey, what are we doing tonight? Let's do this. You're shaking, we're shaking there at the table when we're doing this stuff, because we know we're affecting people's lives. We know we're saying words like possible corruption and incompetence and stuff like that. That's not a nice thing to say about anybody. Our pants are filling up, I'm telling you, we're scared. But you know what? We do it anyway. So we passed that resolution, and that resolution hasn't been acted upon.
Right.
Okay? And they can tell you, we've got a legal opinion here, we've got a legal opinion here. The truth of the matter is, the only way you can undo that resolution is by a revote of council, and you need 9 votes now to stop that procedure. But they still are not moving on that procedure. My opinion, fire a dozen people and they'll start moving. Okay? And there are at least a dozen to go. This gentleman, and that's you, Loretta, hold on.
I'd like to ask Councillor Roy a question, since she did.
This is my ward meeting.
I know, but I used to live in Kern River.
Go ahead.
Get over it.
Just out of curiosity, when you ran over Councillor Santa's audits, were they hard numbers?
Were they which?
Hard numbers?
What do you mean hard numbers?
Like,
Provable?
no, real money.
Well, yeah, somewhere gifts in kind, which you can...
Which are charitable donations.
No, no. For instance, when the mayor and Frank Cooley and I got an ad in his paper, we had to claim the amount that was worth, although we didn't pay for it. He gave them to us as gifts in kind, so there were some things donated to him.
Okay.
But you still show them on your paperwork as the value. The lowest fair market value is what you charge.
Yeah, I know all that. But
Okay.
Okay, now do you have a percentage
What do you mean a percentage?
of hard numbers versus...
I checked every single company he dealt with. I phoned them. In some cases, I went to them. If the Chronicle Journal wouldn't tell me anything, I was down there measuring the ad, getting the rate, and calculating it myself. I'm confident with the numbers he gave.
Yeah, no, I deal in, you know, in similar situations, and hard numbers are hard numbers, and the other ones I consider charitable donations.
You still have to have receipts.
No, you still,
Oh, yeah.
you still have to,
Yeah.
and as a matter of fact, when I got my free ad from him, I asked for a receipt, and to verify that it was fair market value, he showed me a receipt of somebody who put the same size ad in his paper for the election on the school board. So I knew that was the lowest fair market value.
And you claim that?
Yeah, that's what I claimed.
Okay.
When we had the audit,
Now, when you...
when we had the audit in front of us, I can't be phoning him or his
I agree.
his accountant. I have to base it on the information provided by Ken Odds and his friends.
Okay.
I can't get anything from the city. I have to base it on that.
Yeah.
The only thing that was really their biggest question, their biggest problem, was the charge for his own newspaper. And I went with the quote that they provided several prices, and the law requires an audit lowest fair market value. I went with the lowest value on there. They went with the highest. Nobody would do that. It doesn't require you put the highest. It provides you put the lowest fair market value. And that's what he was claiming.
Yeah.
And that was the only one that could be questionable because he gave himself, or he told himself the ad.
Yeah.
So
But
everything else was clear as a bell. I mean, I phoned them or visited them. I had no doubt in the numbers.
is there a percentage?
What do you mean a percentage of what?
Hard numbers versus...
You know what? I'll tell you what. I can provide everything to you.
No, I don't need it.
Well, what do you mean by hard numbers?
I don't
Well,
think
my spend.
Oh, yeah. Here's checks, here's the bank accounts, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Just as a footnote, in the Red River Ward, you could spend $10,700.
Right.
On October the 13th, I declared that I was going to run. Okay, I'm in marketing. I can spend if I want to.